This episode is brought to you by Cruising Bears, a global travel community built on giving bears, chubs, and chasers the ultimate vacation escape. Visit bigfatgaycruise.com for details.
Hey everybody, while we're on hiatus, we're doing some of our favorite episodes from the past. This one is one of mine. Thinner was a movie that brought up a lot of feels for me the first time I went to see it in the movie theaters. Most of them not good ones. But I gotta say, rewatching it with the guys and getting to talk about it decades later, it was a really eye-opening experience. This was also one of our early movie episodes, one of the first ones where we really start talking about movies that delve into fatness. And Thinner turned out to be a movie that had some very different themes that we missed the first time. And I actually really enjoyed this conversation, both as a fat person and as a film buff. So here you go, our conversation about the movie Thinner. To the Big Fat Gay Podcast, where we like to talk about the things that are weighing on our minds. Today, I am your favorite ghoulie boy. This is John Marshall. I am a big chubby guy living in sunny Hollywood.
I'm Dan Oliverio. I'm an author, public speaker, and chubby chaser. And yes, it's our Halloween episode, and we have a whole cauldron full of candy at home.
I'm Trevor Keeson, and I'm a super chub.
Or a booper chub.
Yeah. Oh, just like that, I'm a booper chub.
Are you a spooker chub?
Oh, dear.
A spooper chub.
All right.
My name is Michael Thriller Night. All right, sorry. I am a chaser.
Thriller Mike.
Thriller, yeah. Anyway, we got some weird pre-Halloween vibes going for you. But also we have a very exciting show. We have lots to get to, but before we do, we just want to remind you guys that this is our last episode before the hiatus. We will be releasing some minisodes and a Thanksgiving special, hopefully, if Trevor can get his secret prop that he's got planned that none of us know about. But yeah,
we're scared.
We're all very.
You should be.
It's a very appropriate time.
Well, let's get right on into it with some terrifying mail.
Wait, that's not mailbag.
Not quite. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey!
Yay.
Whenever I hear that zipper sound, it's not a mailbag.
You have a dirty mind, Don.
That's a hell of a big zipper for what you're thinking of.
Is it, Dan?
Don't judge by the size of the zipper. So we had a listener write in, giving us, I guess, an update on fat representation in video game characters and video games. And it was actually really cool to see because I haven't been super plugged into video games in a while. But we can start it off. It's a very long thing, but we'll talk about the guys that he mentions. He starts with, recently there's been some genuinely good representations for fat men in video games that I think are worth giving attention to as some positivity in a normal deluge of blurg.
Blurg.
Yeah, blurg specifically with a GH, which I'm not sure if I approve of that.
That is the correct spelling of blurg.
That is in the incorrect spelling of blurg.
Spelling of blurg.
You haven't watched 30 Rock, have you? There's been 3 very popular video game franchises that have introduced fat characters in their most recent games that have been well received and constitute some genuinely good rep. And he goes into a whole sort of description and explanation, which we can talk about. It's quite long, but we did want to talk about these characters. The first of which is Gold Lewis Dickinson from Guilty Gear Strive, which I've never played before. It's a fighting game.
Yes. I am aware of all of these characters because anytime one of them has kind of dropped, it's flooded my Twitter feed of kind of people thirstily being like, oh my God, yes, at last.
Yeah.
I think I recently saw someone made a mod that gave Gold Lewis Dickinson's character assless chaps as a costume.
Well, one thing I liked about all these characters, so Gold Lewis, this is the one I'm least familiar with, but he is by the writer's description and the game. Okay, let's say the game's description. Gold Lewis is known for being both a loyal yet funny friend. He is a very observant and experienced person as well, having excellent judgment and ability and skills from his extensive combat experience. And the writer says that nowhere does it mention his size, and instead just focuses on his positive attributes as a fighter and a person in the game, which is kind of shocking, I have to say. Like usually, like especially in games like fighting games, like we talked about this, where it's all about some exaggerated feature that then becomes their whole move set, that none of his moves are based on his weight.
Yeah.
Is kind of awesome.
Like up until fairly recently, if you had a fat character in a fighting game, there was going to be at least one butt slap and like one belly flop
or a
attack.
belly, yeah, like just smothering them with your belly. And I will also say with all of these characters, they are actually all fat. Like there's no like, oh, he's kind of bearish and he leans into the, plus
or
size.
the E Honda problem where they're clearly supposed to be a big person, but somehow this obese man has a 6-pack.
Exactly. So I thought that was really cool. Trevor, have you played the game before? Or
I haven't played Guilty Gear.
character?
I have played the game with the next character, Resident Evil Village and the Duke.
This is the one I was most dubious about.
Yes. So I have completed Resident Evil Village, and I was dubious about it. When the game first came out, I started following an account of this woman who was doing fan art because she fell in love with the character, and her Twitter handle was like the Duke's wife. And she got a ton of followers of people who were playing the game and just loved the art and loved how she drew him in kind of a very kind of, loving.
So for listeners,
manner.
he is in this game. It's a horror franchise, horror action, I would say. And you're playing a character who's trying to unsolve a mystery. I think he's trying to find and then save his daughter.
Wife.
Wife?
Well, wife and daughter.
Wife
actually.
and daughter. And this character is the merchant. He's the sort of the guy that you can show up to and buy all your supplies from. And the interesting thing, the way they use the character, because I went and watched a sort of a compilation video of all of his interactions with the player, because I wanted to see, because the way he's described, like it's Resident Evil, it's about horror and grotesquerie and monsters. And the character is larger than life. Like he's a big character as well as a big person. He's very large. But I don't think they make any jokes about his size.
No.
He's flamboyant. He has a sort of bubbling personality, but he is helpful to the to the player. Like he is actually helping the player instead of like
in an extensive way that I was surprised about, and that it continues, and even through the end of the game. I kept waiting, like, oh, is he going to turn into a monster or something?
Right.
Which, I mean, I guess it's kind of spoiler. He doesn't. There was one point. So as you go through all these areas, he kind of follows you. And there's a point where it's like you're at the top of a tower and like you go into a room and like he's there and he's all set up. And I thought that was funny just because I'm like okay. You're like
they do a really good job of letting him be a really interesting character just by virtue of his lines and his personality. And the fact that he's this really big fat guy, I don't think ever factors into it. I mean, I watched the whole series of clips. I
love that feature about video games that like it doesn't have to make sense. It just has to fit. It's like we played Overwatch a lot. Not Overwatch. For God's sakes, Outlands. Borderlands, yeah. Right? And you're breaking into these ancient tombs that have been lost for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, and there are vending machines from modern arms manufacturers inside the place.
Because it's just how the game works.
Yep.
Yeah, sometimes you can't get around the mechanics. But anyway, he's a really interesting character, and fatness doesn't play into it. And the third one, this is the one we know the least about because the game's not out yet.
Yes.
Is God of War Ragnarok, which is the 6th game in the God of War series, I believe.
I think so.
And it's Thor. It's Fat Thor. And I will say, actual Fat Thor, like fatter than the Thor in the movies. It's not related to the movies at all, the MCU movies. But he is, they've released concept art for the character.
Yes.
And so we can get a sense of it. And like, they do have him drawn like where his belly is sort of hanging out of his outfit, but it's still Thor. He's like this powerful god of lightning. And I don't know. He's kind of hot, so it's okay. We don't have a lot about the character himself or how he's played, I don't think.
I saw a lot of, people thirstily posting it. My friend actually sent it to me, and I'm like, okay, like count down until that hits my Twitter feed. And I think there was maybe some discourse about it, or just people, I think almost maybe it was either there was discourse and I missed it, or people were anticipating it. Because he's fat, like, there people are going to be mad, but I don't know if that actually happened or not.
I think it's probably not going to happen until either a full, like there's a trailer for the game, but he's not really in it. You just have the concept art. Once you see the character in action, you might get more of that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so thank you to the listener for bringing these up. I liked doing the research personally. So anybody else who wants to write in and share stuff with us, we'd love to read it.
Yeah, Michael loves busting out his joystick.
Yes.
For the episodes.
And the games are fun too. Okay. Well, so rolling right along.
Yeah, terrifying pop culture.
Yeah.
So just when you thought it was safe to keep working out.
Yeah. Well,
there's a story from the New York Times, which I'll let Dan kind of set up for us.
Well, this is sort of like new research suggests that water is in fact wet.
Wait a second.
Yeah. So, I've had so many fat boyfriends over the years who did so much more cardio and gym work than I did, never lost an ounce. And guess what? Now there's a study to show that is what happens.
Thunderclap, Michael.
I just saw blue. You can't surprise me like that. The thunderclap blue is cyan, and the scream blue is just blue.
It works. It's fine.
Anyway, what the study basically shows is that the human body is not actually this mathematical computer that delegates calories in and calories out. That, if you eat 1,000 calories and then walk for so many miles, it will burn 1,000 calories. That's just not how the body works. And what it shows is that the body adapts. And so that even when it's supposedly this exercise is supposed to take, let's say, 1,000 calories, you're really only burning 750. Who the fuck cares? That's not, it's just not a smart way. It's not an accurate way to look at diet and exercise in this calories in, calories out model. And the data we've known this for decades that this doesn't work, but it sells better if we pretend it does.
Well, and in this particular article, they identify the fact that not only does it not work that way, where like if the example they give is if walking a mile basically burns 100 calories, then walking 2 miles should burn 200 calories, right? And that's not true. Mm-hmm. And furthermore, it is less true of fat people. And so that was the sort of like additional, I guess, piece of information. Like generally, yes, this is not the way it works.
They don't even know, because what they say is that, guess what? Different bodies vary in how much the body adapts to the exercise, adapts to the calorie burning of the exercise. And they don't actually know. Is it because they're older? Is it because they're heavier? Is it because they're anything?
I read an article that was going over a study. I did not read the study. I read the article explaining the study, where they're talking about how the body has like a calorie economy, right? And so it's like it's used to running on this many calories. And when you start exercising, you're demanding more from your body's economy in a new direction, right? So over time, your body starts reallocating its resources, meaning that it's going to stop using those calories in other areas that it was when you weren't exercising. And some of the, like, for example, they described as anxiety takes calories to engage in. So when you start exercising, one of the reasons why your anxiety may go down is because the calories that were being dedicated towards that are being reallocated towards the exercise over time, but then your body wants to go back.
Right. And that may actually be even true. The thing is that these models are proposed as hypotheses, and they're not actual. And these models are proposed as hypotheses. And it's not like the data shows this. It's just the data has an anomaly. And so people come up with these hypotheses to explain the anomaly. And usually those hypotheses are based in diet culture.
So yeah, like it just was interesting. Like obviously the answer is still basically like,
we don't know.
We don't fucking know, but it's just nice to see. Like this was in the New York Times.
Yeah.
So it's good to see that it's getting some visibility.
Well, I'm in favor of any article that really shines a spotlight on how much we don't know about metabolic processes, especially when they have to do with fatness.
Absolutely. So next up, we have
Thunderclap.
Hey, I did it right.
Out from the shadows comes a new publication, a fat publication. Vast is here.
Vast is here.
I was hoping for more of a Dr. Frankenstein laugh, but that works too.
I have I have an animal roar, but I'm saving that one.
No. So I had shared this. I don't know if it was just only last month or maybe the month before on our Instagram. There was a Kickstarter for a new publication called Vest that is for fat people by fat people, organized by I don't know her full name. She's Fat Lip Ash on Instagram. Lovely lady, and it's here. It's out. It's live.
It's happening.
The first issue is out.
So what is is it an online publication only?
It's an online publication. And basically they were raising money so that they can pay fat writers to write fat content.
Nice.
Ooh.
And just kind of give a platform. Cause like something I've noticed is like writing anything fat it's hard to place it.
Yeah.
Because they'll be like, oh, well, it's fat related. So it should be in health, but it's like, it's not really
That's
health.
not, yeah.
Yeah. It's like more of, we need to start looking at this as kind of like a social issue. And like, well, no, I think maybe this is more of a health issue, or like,
Right.
let's look at our science department. But it is,
We're not wrong. The science is wrong.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
You can submit, you can get paid. It's wonderful.
And you can read it too. I was scrolling through, and there was one article that caught my eye. It's called Get Into Position. And it is basically navigating sex with a fat person, or if you're a fat person, sex with yourself, or all of those things by Ray Knight. It's a good little article. I think it echoes a lot of the sentiments that we have gone over before. I think in our first Valentine's episode.
Yes.
So yeah, but you can see, I think, a different perspective on that. And yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of cool stuff on there. It's not all about, I mean, there's a wide variety of different kinds of article and postings. And I don't know, I might subscribe.
Yeah.
I might subscribe.
Also, there's a feature on Sauce West, who is, we mentioned in an earlier episode talking about the fight for inclusivity. If you want to learn more about her, you can check that out. It is vast.press. If you like www.vast.press, check it out.
And you can, if you want to support them, they have a subscription model, but I think they also have a Patreon. I'm not sure what the difference is. Presumably one is sort of opting in at whatever level you want. But anyway, lots of ways to support fat writers and fat content is very good stuff.
Yes.
Okay. We ready?
Mm-hmm.
Is it happening? Is it about to happen?
We're flying. It's stormy skies. It's spooky.
I need to add like an eagle sound effect in the middle of that.
Fat Watch 2021.
Did we hit something?
No, we landed with a thud. We landed like superhero pose.
I think we ran into a water tower.
It's a dramatic entrance. What do we got for Fat Watch this week?
I came across this and I wanted to share it. And it is a description of Fat Mutual Aid, which we talked about mutual aid kind of briefly in passing when we was sharing resources about helping New Orleans. And I thought this was interesting because it is about fat community.
Mm-hmm.
And this is from Fatties Against Fascism, which is a fat rights organization. And it's by Max Airborne, describing Fat Mutual Aid, which is basically kind of fat people coming together and forming community to take care of each other.
Mm-hmm. And issues directly related to the community.
Yes. And they describe different ways you can do this. I love this and kind of the idea of the forming Fat Mutual Aid pods.
Yeah, I like the pods idea specifically because it's a very, it's essentially what we've been saying all along, which is find your people, right?
Yes.
Like find your community. It doesn't have to be a massive global overarching thing. It can be the people that you know in your life.
What are some examples? Do they have examples that they give there about mutual aid? Like,
Yes.
Yeah,
is there
so like
clothing?
they have a really good list here. It's like a fundraiser for a fat disabled person who needs a scooter, supporting a fat person when they're sick, connecting with fat folks who are isolated, helping find fat clothing, donating fat clothing, giveaways, etc. Like it's a lot of those kinds of, finding ways to help people, either if it's just interacting with them on a personal level or actually giving things. But you need to have the communication in the community to know if that's something that's necessary.
Right. I would love that. I just emptied out my closet during the pandemic, and I was told flat out, like, out of the closet, didn't want my stuff
because
too big.
it was too big.
Yeah, they're just like,
Which seems
No.
ridiculous because one of the things that people have trouble finding in thrift stores and in secondhand stores is large size clothing.
Oh yeah, I don't even look.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to find anything.
Or, when there were all those fires up in Northern California and people lost their entire wardrobes,
Right.
They weren't looking for 32 jeans. That's not what they're trying to replace.
Right. Yeah, but it's a lot of stuff like that. And they also have tips for like what a pod could look like for you. Like it doesn't have to be the exact same type of social scenario. But it was really cool. And see, I got excited when they said fat pods because I was immediately like, we're part of the answer. We're a fat pod, but not quite what they meant. Although we are in a different way. We as friends are our own pod.
Yes.
And then we also have a podcast.
I feel like the name might not be the best name choice since that's also what you call a group of whales.
I was going to say that.
I think
That might be intentional.
I think that could be intentional.
That's fine.
I like it that I think that like we should call our fans of the pod, they can be part of the Big Fat Gay Pod.
Pod.
Like we're all swimming through the ocean together.
Okay.
That's how we do this. I don't know. I
It's
love
a great resource.
And I
Definitely
think
check it out.
Yeah, it's like Michael said that we've said. I think it's so important, and I often find that like when I talk to people who are fat who like don't have that, like it's frustrating advice to be like find your people because obviously they haven't found their people, so they don't know how to find their people.
Mm-hmm. But
it just makes such a huge difference in your life when you have that kind of support system.
And it has steps, like it has some tips on where to go to actually do that. So like the end of the article is getting started with a fat mutual aid. Like where do you go? What do you do? It's all in there. Hopefully it's at least reassuring that people out there think this way, but it's also, if you want to take some steps or if you want to improve what might be the beginnings of a pod or identify what may already be a pod for you and you don't realize it. That was an interesting perspective I saw in there.
Yeah, that's good.
It's very helpful.
Yeah. You can go to fatrose.org or our website where we will share the link.
Absolutely. Okay. This is it.
Is this it?
We're here.
What button?
How do we?
I have no idea what that is.
It's like ghost.
I think it's a
Zombie
ghost
board?
sound. See, on my board, I described it as wailing, and I thought it was like crying. And I think I may not have. Anyway, so we came up with a sort of special Halloween bit to do where we all went out and watched a movie. Not necessarily all together, but we all watched it. And we are going to talk about it. Who wants to? Trevor, this is your idea. How about you set up?
This is all your fault, Trevor.
So I don't know. We've talked about in the past couple episodes it feels like fat phobia is ramping up, and just I don't know why. Like the movie Thinner has been popping into my head, and I haven't seen it in a very long time up until last night.
Came out in the mid-90s.
Yes.
Based on the Stephen King short story.
Yes, Richard Bachman. He
Actually,
wrote it under Richard Bachman.
It is. It's more than a short story. It's
It's
a whole book.
Oh, it's a whole book.
Oh, is it?
Which I read as a young chaser in my formative years back in 1984 when the book came out.
So you may be bringing a tiny bit of baggage to this. But they adapted it into a movie, and it's directed by Tom Holland, who you might know from Child's Play and Fright Night. Like he's a classic.
I didn't
He's
realize.
a legit director.
Yeah, he's. I by the way, I've met him before. Super nice guy. And I think that kind of helped skew my perspective going into the movie. Like, I was like, oh my God, Tom Holland directed this. Okay.
When the name popped up, Dan was like, Spider-Man?
No.
I don't know.
Yes, he went back in time.
Well, I mean, I knew it wasn't him, but I'm trying to think of another Tom
Directed
Holland.
at 2 months old. He's a genius, everybody. So we all watched Thinner, the Stephen King movie, and we're here to talk about our hot, fresh take on this horror movie about a guy who gets cursed by a gypsy into losing weight uncontrollably. He has been trying to lose weight through diets, and his wife is forcing him to blah, 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 and it just isn't working. And then he kills a gypsy in a car accident.
Yes.
In a manslaughter, what should have been a manslaughter charge, but wasn't. He got off and he got cursed. And I think we should probably say, like, I'm pretty sure the word gypsy is a slur. And
Yes.
so I don't want to
But in
like.
the well, it's like there is the show on TLC, which I can't remember exactly. It's like My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding, which I think there are people who identify with the term or are reclaiming it. But in the I don't really know. I think this is like, it is in the movie. It is a little problematic, and it is kind of like cartoon.
Yeah.
Like cartoon, quote unquote, gypsy, where it's like, I don't know if they're supposed to be Romani or Irish travelers. So I think we'll preface we are.
They are called gypsies in the movie.
Yes.
Sure.
The gypsies that we watch are very, to be clear, are very much not like Romani. They are the stereotypical gypsy from legend and tale.
Yeah, like it's...
And so while it's insulting as fuck to the Romani people, they're not pretending that they're actual people. That's part of the, I
suppose. But the whole movie is kind of, so to get into it, like the whole movie is kind of tinged with that mixed messaging of like, I can't tell if you're trying to do something good in a misguided way or if you're actually this insulting.
I had that same thing where it's like, are they like going back? Okay, so Austin Powers, tons of problems with that movie. But actually, like going back and watching it, it's like it's kind of woke because he has this whole big thing about consent and makes a huge deal about it. So in watching this, I'm like, are you like, is this like trying to kind of be woke before woke, where it's like we're people, but the movie has done nothing to really treat them other than stereotypes.
Before we get too far into it, Dan, why don't you just give us like the opening act summary? Like, how do we get into this movie so we can actually start talking about it?
Okay, so in a nutshell, Billy Halleck is a lawyer who is fat. I think in the book he's like 240 or 60 pounds. In the movie he's 300. And he's got the actor is wearing a fat suit. He is trying to diet. His wife is encouraging this. She makes him terrible tasting smoothies, which he chokes down. He works at a law firm defending a mafioso. So we already get the fact that he's willing to do unsavory things. He gets in a car accident. His wife is giving him a blowjob. He takes his eyes off the road. He hits a gypsy woman. The gypsy woman's, in the movie, it's her father, although she's already like very elderly. So this guy's like old as dirt.
Yeah.
Anyway, he curses Billy Halleck with the word thinner. And he proceeds to drop more weight than he really should be dropping. However, he also curses the judge who let the guy off, turns him into an alligator, and curses the sheriff that lied on the stand, and cursing him with just some sort of horrible other physical condition that I'm not clear
like
on.
boils and swelling.
Boils and swelling. It's really gross.
I interpret it as corruption.
Yeah. So it's there's that trio. Billy Halleck is the one who survives the longest from this condition.
Right.
And he becomes emaciated.
And he has to gorge himself in order to lose less weight.
He's eating, they say in the movie, he's eating like 10, 12,000 calories a day and still losing weight.
Yeah, 3 pounds every day unless he skips a meal, in which case it's 6 or more.
Yeah. I don't know that we need to get into the whole resolution of the movie or the plot or the...
I think that sets it up.
That's
right?
fine.
Yeah. Okay. So one of the things that I found really ironic about this is that I didn't hate this at all.
I did not hate it.
Yeah.
In fact, what I loved about it is there's sort of a very stinging indictment of diet culture contained within it.
Satirical. It really felt satirical.
Yeah. And I love the way how, like, no matter what Billy Halleck weighs, he's always in the wrong body.
And he says so. Yeah.
He even says, like, I can't win. Like, if I lose weight, you guys think I'm losing too much. If I don't lose weight, you think I'm going to have a heart attack.
Right.
And he's like trapped. No matter what he does, they think he's got the wrong body.
And I will say, so I remember the fat suit being much worse and people always commenting on it. But having seen far worse fat suits recently, I'm like, this is actually pretty good. I think the only time where I was like, really, it was kind of like weird was the full body one.
But it's in the shower and it's getting wet. And I'm like, that's going to be hard to do.
And the technology is 1996.
And their budget, I'm sure, was not large.
I got to say, I agree. I was very impressed by the fat suit. Like, it didn't look bad.
Can I just point out that what the two fat people just said about the fat suit?
I will say the one flaw I saw with it is that I think the fat suit itself was very light. So the actor himself was not moving with any kind of heaviness.
I think somebody needs to comment on why we are always against fat suits, but this one you're impressed by.
Well, only because I remember it being so bad, but like having seen fat suits that just like look more ridiculous, and in recent years, like Insatiable, or in the show we talked about in the past, and the Creep Show TV show. That thing. Like the fact that a fat suit from 1993, something like that,
4, something like that. Yeah, mid 90s looks better and is like less offensive, and just like he looks more like a person than some of these other.
Well, but I don't think that's been our objection to fat suits. Our objection to fat suits is like hire a fat actor for fuck's sake.
Well,
but in this case, that's not possible.
Yeah. In this case, the whole point is that he is supposed to look like a skeleton by the end, and so they had to. Like in this case, it feels like,
and he's wearing skeleton makeup at the end too. So.
Right. They also put him in just as much.
I would take it a step farther, and I would actually say that one of the things I found interesting about this movie is that for me, it wasn't about fat at all. Not in the slightest bit. For me, I was watching this movie as an indictment for white privilege.
Interesting.
His weight is a symbol of sort of an embarrassment of riches. So it's sort of like the white culture thing of like, you don't want to over display.
Yeah.
Right. So the thinning down was that. The fear of the other, right? In this case, the gypsies coming in. And just by being near them, they're endangering our stuff.
Yes.
They're going to take our stuff. They're going to steal our stuff.
And I just want to point out that that's not just an interpretation. That is overtly said in the movie.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
But on top of it, it's like they're objectified at the same time as being sort of like sexy. And like, oh, just give them a quarter. She'll
lift her skirt.
She'll lift her skirts for a quarter. That dismissiveness of the quality that you find desirable, they're whores.
Well, and that they're there to be used by white people.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say.
And then literally his white privilege, his fatness, his wealth is taken away because one of them touches him. Right. And then eventually he gets back his power by appropriating their power, using it against them. You know what? You curse me. I give you the white man's curse. We're going to take all of your stuff.
Which, by the way, is about violence and economics.
Exactly. And if you'll notice, like the stuff they do to him is surgical, right?
Well, but it's magical too.
It's magical and surgical, but in that it just affects the people that they saw doing wrong. When the white man comes after them, he fucks everyone. He kills everyone. He destroys all their stuff.
And they kill the dogs, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they kill the dogs. Like he basically, his mafioso friend goes and does the stuff for him because he's too weak. But
and I found it really interesting that the movie did that. They bent over backwards to say, oh, it's organized crime. It's the Italians, those others who are doing it to them, not the white police force, not white organizations.
Well, there is an interesting move. There's a moment there where it's actually part of the reason the mafioso works is because the mafioso's mother or grandmother, she believes in these curses.
Right.
She believes in this magic. So it's not, because if you went to a white police officer and said, excuse me, sir, the gypsy cursed me, he'd throw you in the loony bin. But, using the mafioso as your instrument of revenge, he's like, okay, let me get on that.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was interesting that they did that in the movie because it helps distance the white viewer. It's not my organization's doing this. It's those others again.
Well, but again, that's the idea of white privilege is that you're always, everyone is an instrument of your control.
And I thought it was also, the reason I was watching this more like satire or like what you're being shown is supposed to be like an assault on your good senses. Like you're not supposed to be watching the main character and sympathizing. Like he's not a sympathetic character. He's an asshole.
He's not a sympathetic character for reasons you might not expect.
Well, what do you mean?
His fatness would normally be something used against him.
Oh, yeah.
Right? In this, it's not. His fatness is just a symptom of his life. Everybody's bending over backwards to be nice to him. His wife is trying to be supportive. His daughter loves him. His bosses admire him. He's an upheld member of the community.
He's an effective,
that is respected by the judge and the cop.
Yeah. He's a kind of a trash person, but he is effective at his job. He has a great relationship with his daughter.
The reason why you don't like him is because he's a dick.
Yes.
He just
he gets what he deserves by the end.
Yeah.
Like
But now this is really interesting because I was looking at some of the crit for the movie at the time, like when it was released. It was pretty panned. And one of the reasons it was panned was that one reviewer thought that like, well, they missed so many opportunities for social commentary, which I find ironic since that's pretty much all we're talking about.
Yeah.
And I wonder like what how did you miss that? Was it not in 1996? Was it not nail on the head enough?
Well, we weren't talking about things like white privilege back then.
Exactly
So
right.
it's-
Yeah.
and again, just to underscore the whole like white privilege thing, I would just want to solidify my argument on that. His argument back to the gypsies is, I never did anything to you.
right.
How could you do this to me when I never did anything wrong? Even though he benefits everything that's done to these poor gypsies. I'm using air quotes because I hate. Anyway, everything that's done to those gypsies is done on his behalf to solidify his position.
Right.
He runs one of them over, getting a blowjob. He deflects. The cops hide it. The judge lets him off.
Yeah.
Everything awful done to them
And
is on
everyone in-
his behalf, even though he doesn't do
and
it.
everyone in town reassures him, "Oh, you did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong."
Yep.
I think that's really smart, Dom. Like that's a really great demonstration of the whole white privilege thing where
and
like,
his
I didn't do
daughter-
anything wrong.
His daughter is the only one who says, "Wait, are you sure you didn't do anything wrong here?" Like, 'cause
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
too young to have that sensibility yet. I thought like that was an interesting thing to include in the movie that they totally didn't have to.
And everybody slaps her down.
The whole kind of meltdown scene where when he does the curse of the white guy from town
Yeah.
is very like, it made me think of all the videos of kind of like Karen.
Yes,
Yep.
exactly.
100%.
Just, I mean, I don't know. So
Well, and that's what kills me is like to get slammed for not socially or politically aware enough. And he literally says, I'm the white guy from town. He writes that on a note in blood or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I think people back then, the dialogue wasn't open enough for people to get it. And it's interesting that it feels like Stephen King did get it.
Yeah.
Wrote the book, wrote the movie, and
Well, he didn't write the movie.
I think the
he didn't write
director. I
movie.
think
He
the
was in
director got
though.
it too.
He was
has a
he had
cameo, but-
he
No,
only
if
cameos
he's
in
in it,
movies that
it's
he
an
endorses.
endorsement.
Yeah.
If he's in
yeah.
it, it's an endorsement.
Oh, yeah. But I'm just saying he didn't write it.
Okay. Yeah.
Credits
Yeah,
wise.
he was part of the project. He wasn't, because there are definitely adaptations like famously The Shining where he refuses to participate because he says like they screwed up my property.
Well, and
this isn't the case here.
I was kind of comparing the from kind of the synopsis, like it seems like a very faithful adaptation.
It does take some liberties because, I don't think there's a car chase in the book.
Yeah.
But the ending,
the like shootout scene, I was like, I don't think this is in the
I don't
book.
remember that in the book.
Oh yeah, that seemed a little.
And
well
granted,
below.
I read the book like eons ago. And the ending is similar. I think it gets the tone right. It is not the same ending.
And
Okay.
There are some problematic moments that I should point out. Like, so he meets a gay hustler at a convenience store in the woods
Yeah.
of a main town. And then the gay hustler gets murdered by the Romanis by having a cock stuck in his mouth.
I did not get the symbolism at the time, but now that you say it,
Oh, I didn't even realize that's
Yeah.
what was on
Yeah.
his face.
It was a cock's head shoved in his mouth.
chick. Yeah. Okay. I didn't make the leap
making
there.
him a cocksucker.
It was a cock sucker.
Got it.
So I wasn't a big fan of that moment. I don't know if that's from the book or not.
I'm curious. So there's the whole, I mean, everyone is initially fawning over the, like, what diet are you on? I mean, that line is sometimes. What did you think of the character of the, like
Is it the
Is
tailor?
it the tailor?
tailor?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
At the store.
Yeah.
Which is just, I'm just curious what you thought of.
That seemed like as close as they got to actually like fat hating. Like 'cause the tailor is fat. He's fawning over the main character who has lost all this weight and saying things like, "Oh, what diet are you on? Oh my god, it works so well. You look so thin."
Yeah.
I've tried everything
And
and
then
nothing works.
as
And
he's like
eating
popping
chocolate.
candy into his mouth.
Yeah, for me, it wasn't about the tailor. I get, and I understand why that would be for me, it was about him.
Yeah.
I'm going through this and someone's jealous of what I'm going through. It was the fact that he was an object of jealousy from someone else while he's going through something that is a living hell. Right. And I've known people who discovered they had diabetes, had rapid, disastrous weight loss that fucked up their health. And we're still being approached by people like, what are you doing?
Isn't
You
that
look
wonderful?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And the irony of that
And I'm with you, Don. That's exactly how I took it. I didn't care so much about the tailor, but this idea that like weight loss at any cost is to be celebrated.
Right. And they do show like it's not just the tailor. It's everyone.
It's everybody.
It's literally everyone. The fact that the tailor is included in that and that he's also fat is,
but there was
probably
something, for me, there was something oily off the tailor that was interesting.
Yeah, it's unctuous. Yeah.
Yeah, there was something sort of uncomfortable and awful about it. That was
weird.
perfect.
It was so especially like that character was especially just weird. And
but I liked
icky.
it because of that.
Well, but I think what you put your finger on, and it's really because you have a fat tailor being envious of this fat man losing so much weight so quickly. And I think the word you're looking for is it's covetous. It's craven.
Yes.
It's literally
It's
like
covetous. It's craven. It's oily.
felt
It's unctuous.
very
It's
like
slimy.
What's the word? We used it last week when it like lecherous.
Yes.
It felt like wanting
Craven.
to like put his hands on him and see what a thin body felt like. It just felt very that.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because Tom Holland definitely writes and includes gay themes in his movies, but he is straight. So because I think Fright Night has I think the reason why gays love Fright Night is because it has a lot of gay overtones to it. It's just interesting that I don't know, it had that vibe to me.
I agree. The one thing we talked about when we were setting up before we watched the movie was the expectations of body horror.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I did not get much body horror here. The thing that I found interesting, and this is going back to the fat suit, when you see him naked in the shower, there's nothing horrible about it. It's not portrayed as body horror. The body horror shot we get is when he lifts up his shirt towards the end of the movie,
and he's skinny,
and the skinniness, the boniness, that's portrayed as horror.
I'm probably the only one who's ever seen this. I don't know if any listeners would have even seen this. The Netflix original movie To the Bone, which is it's about it's kind of like
that sounds familiar.
It's an eating disorder.
It's eating disorder, but it's a kind of also I think like YA, like with romancy themes.
Okay,
and they had can't remember the actress, but they I think she maybe lost a little weight for the role, but they also did a lot of makeup stuff and then like weird cutaway shots like that where she's like lifting up her shirt and then it like does a weird kind of like cutaway super close up of clearly someone else's body, but just like in a way that's almost kind of like old cartoon, like SpongeBob when they do the like weird close ups and it's like hyper detailed.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like it just is so jarring.
I was imagining like when he lifted his shirt up, I was like, yeah, but like you're sucking it in. Like we can tell.
Oh yeah.
It was a little funny in that sense where it was like, you don't actually look that skinny. You're just clearly
I just like that I love that there is kind of body horror through weight loss. And at the end when he's supposed to kind of look his most emaciated, kind of ravaged, there's the guy cuts his hand and he kind of wails. He looks like John Goodman post. I don't know if he had weight loss surgery or just weight loss, but like in the
way the skin hangs on the face.
The way the skin hangs on his face and just like I can't remember one of the more recent seasons of The Conners. There's just like points where he kind of like makes that face not in the same way, but it's just like the fact that I don't know.
He looks objectively worse.
The face you're describing is actually called a death mask.
Okay.
Just that the drawn.
I think
I'm not saying it looks exactly like John, but it just makes me think of this like I think he had some work done between the last seasons because he looks more normal now, but just this emaciated skin hanging off
like the
I did think it was interesting that they went with the hanging skin on the face, but not on the torso.
Yes.
With the torso, you went to the classic sort of Holocaust survivor emaciated look as opposed to folds of skin hanging off the body.
I wonder if that's because people wouldn't know what that was.
I think it's probably more because I think it's still associated with being fat.
I see.
So if the curse is to become thinner, they had to skip that.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Interesting.
Because it's a mixed message. Yeah.
I feel like he looks objectively worse as a thin person. Like in the movie, they make him look like he's not like glamour thin. He's like skeletal horror thin. And I thought it was interesting that even, at the beginning, he looks his sort of, I don't know, like it's the beginning of the story, but he looks the most sort of happy, contented, especially when he's interacting with his daughter. And like she's getting worried about him when he's losing all this weight.
What did you think of this? I noticed that the character seems to shift. Like when he's fat, he's kind of goofy, but the thinner he gets, the more, I mean, it could be what he's going through and that he feels like shit. But he also seems to get like more realistic.
I feel like,
and then when he's bouncing back after the curse is somewhat lifted, he seems to be like, oh, you're a normal human being now, as opposed to dum-de-dum-de-do.
I got the sense that it was more like we were learning who the character truly was over the course of the story.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like because he's a terrible person. Like there's really no redeeming quality.
But you don't
about him.
see that at the beginning.
Exactly.
Well, he's
It's
goofy.
hidden.
But again, it's because other people are doing things for him.
Yeah, I think
At
it
that
is
point.
intentionally hidden. Yes,
So
I get what
once
you're
he
saying
starts
about,
getting his own hands dirty and doing some of his own stuff, as far as he goes, he starts getting a little bit more nakedly aggressive.
Well, and his wife even says at one point, "Oh, you're back to your old self now." Once the curse is somewhat lifted and he's gaining weight again. Again, such a great metaphor for diet culture.
Yeah. Well, and he's psychotic by that point. He's going to kill her.
Oh, yeah.
Like she says, you're back to your old self again. And he's got this like gleam in his eyes. Like he can't wait for her to eat.
Oh, it's a revenge killing by that point. Yeah.
This is a slight tangent. Do you guys think that she was having an affair or not?
It is interesting that they don't actually tell you. I think she was.
I think she was, just because the
way that
the
she-
doctor showing up and being like, "Oh, you're here."
And the way that
At
she's
8 o'clock
like
in the morning.
holding onto his hand while like after the funeral, and there's way too much body language going on there that makes it feel like, and he's got his hand on her thigh when the main character walks in on them.
And for the people listening, the reason this is important is because whether his wife slept with this other person or not is or is not a motivating factor for his revenge.
And then accident, like spoilers for the end of the movie in case you haven't clicked away if you wanted to see this, but like he accidentally, as collateral damage, kills his own daughter as well with the same
Unintendedly, yeah.
poisoned pie that he intended
It's
to
not
use.
a poison pie; it's a cursed pie.
Oh, whatever. Yeah.
Well, my interpretation was
wiggling.
that if he ate the pie, which he was going to do, I think that she would live.
No.
That was my interpretation.
No, he's going to die.
And that's not the end of the book either. The end of the book is everybody who eats that pie is going to eat it, so to speak.
Because that was the out. He's given an out. If you eat the pie,
You die.
No, he's given
you'll
an out.
die instead of them.
Right, because they won't
That's what
eat
they were
it.
told.
Yeah, he has to eat the whole pie himself.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Because they won't eat it.
Yeah, that was the impression I got. Everyone who eats it dies. That's what
I got the
thought.
impression that he was going to eat the pie to try and save her.
No. I thought he was like eating it because like
Well,
he's killed
It actually
everyone.
goes back to your point, Don, about the privileges that everybody is responsible.
Yeah.
And everybody does have a hand in this.
Well, I was taking it as an interpretation of, oh fuck, I accidentally poisoned the next generation, like with my bullshit.
No, it's that when his daughter eats the pie, he's like, okay, we all got it. In the book, they all sit down together and eat it.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
do they know, or is it in?
No. But I think he sees them eating the pie together,
Yeah.
and in the book, he joins them.
Okay.
That is, I actually like that ending better. That's a more poetic ending.
It's very poetic and it's very eerie because it's like, oh, family dinner around the pie.
Right. And you don't
Yeah.
even have to see you don't have to see the corpse of his wife to get the horror element of it because it's more psychological. It's like he has to fully understand and realize the weight of his actions and then accept it and sit down and join them and eat the pie and live through that moment.
Yep.
That's more horrifying, I think. I kind of wish they had kept that.
I think the director just wanted to end on that door closing.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, I get why it's more visual if you show the like what happens when the
Well,
pie.
the wife doesn't make any sense. Why would the wife look like that after eating the pie?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's just, oh, she's really
It's
awful.
just a horror scare at that point.
It's a horror scare.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. It's not motivated by the pie, by the curse, by anything.
Yeah. It's just creepy.
I actually thought that, just to comment on the acting, I thought the lead actor did a really good job of sort of the ambiguity of his feelings at a couple points on the way down.
Yeah,
We're like, this, I know it's a bad thing, but this is kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Right. I thought that was a surprise.
I made a comment because Michael and I watched it together, and I made the comment to him afterwards, like, do you think the actor was kind of unhinged, or he was just playing that character really, really well? Because there is no crack in the entire movie where he does not look unhinged in some way. Like in his eyes, you can just see him. You're just like, what is going on there, dude?
I think it's a really good job. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a cast of, I think there's one person that I kind of know in it, who plays the old gypsy man.
Yeah.
Who's like an old character actor from, days of yore.
Well, and he's from the My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Yeah, but I mean, but I don't think anybody. Do you know anybody else in this cast? I don't.
I thought I recognized the mafia
daughter.
guy.
Oh yeah, that's
the
Fat
mafia
Tony.
guy. Oh, yeah, Fat, yeah. Joe Mantegna. Is,
I realized it was
yeah.
Fat Tony. I can't remember when he's a mook, but he's my mook or something. I was like, oh, Fat Tony, of course.
I mean, he's a mook, but he's my mook.
Dan can say that because he's Italian. So it's funny that we've all come to basically the same conclusion about the movie, because we went into this expecting, like, the conversation on the call that we talked about this, it was kind of like,
If
we don't have any better ideas, so fuck it. Like, I guess we're going to put ourselves through this movie.
Dan was like, this is all your fault. Like, we were sitting down.
Beforehand.
Oh, and I had a big stiff drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he ended up liking it. You were like, oh, I'm enjoying this. This is much better than I thought it was
And the
gonna
movie
be.
too. Yeah.
I think so. Here's my wrap up of this movie. Michael and I watched this. We watched this together. I made us dinner. We sat down and watched the movie while we were eating dinner. And then about, I don't know, halfway through the movie, I think I had made a joke about like I think he eats a donut in the movie, and then I was like, "Damn it, I want a donut." And then like halfway through the movie, he was like, "Oh, by the way, I ordered donuts." So we finished the movie Thinner by eating a couple of donuts and basically
And a
enjoying
strawberry pie.
Well, it's good to take precautions.
I was surprised by the end of it. I was like, I thought I was going to hate this.
yeah, I was braced. I was braced for awfulness, and I didn't get it. I'm very happy about it.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
Thinner.
check it out if you
If we
haven't
haven't already
if you
ruined
haven't
it
paused.
for you, skip to this time. Oh wait, that's too late. Do we have a tip today?
We do. I just wanted to highlight this because it is colorful. It is fun. Superfit Hero has a new super colorful collection, and they're calling it their Super Bright collection. It is tops and bottoms that you can mix and match, and they're just very colorful.
I love mixing and matching tops and bottoms.
I mean, it is just kind of basic.
It's low hanging fruit, guys. Sorry.
Red, yellow, blue, green, but like just very bright, and it's a great product.
What is that color family? Because it's not jewel tone.
Primaries.
Is it primaries though? It looks more like it's.
Those are like
There's like it's slightly aqua, but it's like neon aqua. I'm
It's-
trying to place it.
it's
just
Miami.
bright.
It's Miami 1987.
It's Miami, yeah, but it's less pastel and more saturated. Anyway, they're quite nice. Wear something colorful and fun.
Yeah.
And happy Halloween, everybody! By the way, it's only a few days away.
Yes. Press another button.
Oh,
what haven't you pressed?
Oh no, I'm on.
Not that.
It was the wrong. It was.
Oh well, I think
we
that's
had to. It's the fat. It's a fat suit.
Fat
We got to
suit.
play the fat suit sound effect.
Do we have a bit?
We do have a bit
We
this
do
week.
have a bit today.
We talked about everyone coming up with a pitch for their own personal fat themed horror movie of some sort.
Yes.
And I can't wait to hear what people came up with. Who wants to go first?
I think Michael should go first.
So my idea, I had a lot of help with this one, and I don't really have the twist yet. So it would be sort of a like, here's the start and help me finish it. If you guys want to start with that, okay.
I think we can just come up with the one-liners and like, what is the basic idea?
So the basic idea is set in Japan. A sumo wrestler decides to open his own sumo, I don't know, training. I don't know what the
Dojo.
Is it a dojo? Okay. Wants to open his own dojo. Has to go to a part of town that he wouldn't normally go to just to afford it. Opens up this old building and starts teaching sumo. And it turns out that the building had previously been like a different martial art training camp where the previous, I guess, sensei had been possessed and killed all the students. And that the ghosts of the students are sort of milling around. And, it's that typical ghost thing of like weird things are happening. And then you see like murdered ghost kids. And then he has to protect his students. And there's a sort of like extrapolation of that I haven't gotten to yet. Michael may have given me most of these ideas. But I thought it was really cool. And
I like sumo, like haunted house.
yeah, it's like sumo haunted
The
house.
haunted dojo.
And I like the idea of like him, and the kids banding together to protect, like he has to protect the kids. And there's an interesting element there where usually it's a family, like usually it's like the mom trying to save the kids from the dad or whatever, like haunting of, but I like the non-familial, but still protective element of like taking care of the kids. And it seemed really cool. I don't know that there needs to be a twist on it, but I don't have the.
I don't think there needs to be.
There may not need to be.
No, the twist is that the hero is fat, and the kids are probably at least somewhat fat.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the setup, and then
That's
like
the twist.
You don't have to go much further with it, except whatever the ending might be. But I sort of surprised him with it, and he just like spat that out in about 30 seconds. And I was like, damn, I should just go to him for all my answers. So credit where credit is due. But I thought that was really cool. I was kind of like, I kind of want to make that movie now. Who's next?
I'll go.
Okay.
So the one I came up with was called Thinning the Herd. And so it's sort of, it follows the standard pattern of like the zombie outbreak thing.
Nice.
Where suddenly people start going insane and devouring people. But for some reason, it's the pheromones of like the fatter you are, the pheromones you put off are less attractive to the zombies. So skinny people are their preferred meal, right? So what you have is this zombie outbreak situation where suddenly people are, you need to survive, you need to get fat. And fat people are the only ones who can protect you. So you need to live long enough to get fat if you want to survive.
And then you have to try and stay fat.
Right. But the only ones who can protect you are fat people. So you need to get close to the fat people. And if fat people don't like you, you're fucked. Right.
Oh, I
Take
love
that,
that.
Jillian Michaels.
Oh, I would pay to see her die in a horror movie like that. I would pay so much. I'd watch it over and over.
I really like that, because the other thing that gets into is, like Michael was saying, like the difficulty that thin people would have in gaining weight. They think it's so simple. They think it's just a lifestyle choice. And like that the difficulty would have, and then maintaining the weight.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's the
God.
part I
I'm
want to
surprised.
see.
Guess what? You think being fat is, that's not fat. The zombies don't think you're fat. So guess what?
Yeah, they gained like 10 pounds and like, oh my God, I feel so fat. And then they get eaten
like
anyway.
so fat. I've gained like 15 pounds. Yeah, that makes you an hors d'oeuvre, bitch.
Yeah.
You know?
I love that idea.
You're so distasteful, they need a sauce.
All right.
Damn,
what
is
you
it my
got?
turn? Okay, so I decided to turn this on its head. I love the idea of doing it as body horror, but I thought it could be really interesting. What if you just went into a world? There are a couple of movies that work like this. The one that occurs to me, like, right, is White Man's Burden, where the black and white stereotypes are reversed. So it's black people that have all the money and power, and the white people are in lower class subservient roles. And I thought it would be really cool to have an inverted society where all the fat people, like being obese is really super successful, sexy. It's the body to have.
Is it also more common? Like
It's
like
not
most people are.
well, but like really huge people those are the supermodels,
Got it. Okay.
right? So if you're like 500 pounds, like you're on the cover of magazines.
Right.
And the idea
As
is
they
that
should be.
this poor, exactly. And this poor schlub, you know, his disfigurement is he has abs. And just how he has to work through society being, and the thing is, it's not so much revolutionary as it is that you keep seeing all the things that fat people know and take for granted. Like, of course, that's my life. That's how it works. But thin people don't. So just the idea of like, he's at a job interview or he's buying clothes.
I want Ryan Reynolds to play this
Or he
part.
takes his shirt off. And he doesn't want to take his shirt off because he's at the pool, and you know, and then it's really ugly because, you know, when he's in a wet t-shirt, his abs show, and it's just disgusting to people, and they whisper about him.
I'm just picturing this guy going home alone.
Oh, yeah.
Taking a fat cuisine out of his freezer.
Yeah.
Putting it, sitting down, like sadly trying to like shovel a bucket of lard. Cause like you can't eat real food. You're trying to get fat.
You're trying to get fat,
So
yeah.
it
just
has to
gotta-
be
I
like
like
just
fat cuisine.
the most intense caloric stuff you can find regardless of
And
taste.
he goes on dates, and the only dates he can get are these people who, like, you know, I'm really into shit like that. You know? And like he just becomes this sort of fetish item for good looking fat guys.
These are all really good. Trevor, what do you got?
Okay, so I feel like I've talked about this before, but I'm just very dedicated to this. So
Are you workshopping?
it is Carrie, but Carrie is fat, but it is presented like the book, which I don't know if anyone else has read the Book of Carrie, where there's all these kind of, it's excerpts from books written about the event and articles where it is found footage, but also kind of like through a true crime lens.
Okay, cool.
And it is piecing together from like, I mean, I don't know. I hate like saying like TikTok, but like footage from people from the school and like Carrie's video diaries and just, I don't know, Fat Carrie, but also like, I'm just so shocked that even with the recent there's been multiple adaptations of Carrie and that no one has used this, like, especially because when the new Carrie came out, I feel like found footage was like still like really hot and it just seems so obvious to me.
Yeah, because that's how the book is, right?
Yeah,
so
it's them trying to understand what happened. Adapting
the original Brian De Palma movie, not the book.
Yes.
But that is a much more, I guess, unique. Well, it's not unique because it's a book, but unique in film form take on that.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
I like the idea of that. Yeah, I would give that a shot.
Nice.
Totally.
So, dear listener, do you happen to be a producer that wants to throw several $1 million at one of our movie pitches?
Where can they do that, Trevor?
Well, we're we're on Instagram and Twitter. We're on Instagram and Twitter as @BigFatGayPod. We're on Facebook as the Big Fat Gay Podcast. Leave us 5 stars there. Apple Podcast everywhere. 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars.
5 stars all around.
See the articles we talked about at www.bigfatgaypod.com.
And send us some candy.
Yeah,
because it's Halloween.
Maybe you have your spooky Halloween costume and you're there's a thunderclap and it's raining
out,
and you're running and you run into a house and you see all of us and there's an elephant or something,
and a demon bear.
A demon bear.
Sorry, I skipped breakfast.
We're having a cursed pie.
Oh,
and
no.
And Michael says he gives you a slice. So
watch out.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.